As many of you will know, some months ago, more than 84% of those of us who voted supported the signing of our treaty settlement.
This is Keith Ikin, and he's trying to make it sound like 80% of all of Ngāti Maniapoto, 40,000 people, agreed to poisoning their kids to death with a bioweapon in exchange for land, air and water rights. But they didn't. Most of the hapu involved in Ngāti Maniapoto said no. Reriahu, who's the dad of Maniapoto, that tribe said no too. That hapu said no and fought against Ngāti Reriahu. And Keith Ikin laughed at them because Keith Ikin was paid to poison our kids.
Since that time, that endorsement from all of you has been acknowledged by the Crown.
When Keith says all of you, he means a few. He means a few, like less than 1% of all of Ngāti Maniapoto backstabbed our kids and poisoned them to death for a little bit of putia.
So over the last few weeks, we have been working as a board to progress our treaty settlement.
Keith just pushed whatever lie the government gave him.
Early in the new year, there will be a hui to bring us all together to sign the relationship agreements with a number of Crown agencies.
As he's speaking, he's already signed over our land, air and water rights for poison. As he's speaking, he's already done it.
And for the Crown to present its apology for its actions over previous generations to all of us as a people.
And the Crown's apology was to poison our kids, was to sterilise our kids with a slow-release domestic bioweapon made from graphene oxide nanotechnology. That's the apology. They gave away land, air and water rights to poison us, everyone to death. Poison everyone to death. That's the apology from the Crown, to make sure there are no more Māori, Irish, Scottish, none of us left in 50 to 100 years. That's the apology that this retarded, selfish piece of shit did to us.
In the meantime, the board has also decided that we will look to sign the deed of settlement, and that we will sign that deed of settlement within the restrictions of the current COVID environment.
There is no COVID flu, there's only a COVID slow-release domestic bioweapon, and this fucking moron traded land, air and water rights to receive that bioweapon in New Zealand as collateral. The government used that land, air and water rights of our kids to receive the bioweapon to sterilise our kids out of existence.
That means that we're not able to gather and come together, so this signing will be conducted essentially on the papers.
So they didn't let my kids be invited to a hui where they would be told they would be sterilised and die early from graphene so this motherfucker can have a farm.
And that will mean that we can continue to progress our settlement, that we can establish post-settlement governance entity, Te Nehe Nehe Nui Trust.
Establish another government child abusing government, Pākehā, trust board with Māori faces on it.
And we can get work underway to engage with all of you on a 5-year plan.
The 5-year plan is to poison our kids to death. There is more land in Ngāti Maniapoto in the King Country than England. There is more wealth in the Maniapoto than England. And they swapped it for a slow-release domestic bioweapon that is killing all of us. They've been promised 5,000 houses. For who? There won't be 5,000 Ngāti Maniapoto by 2050 to 2100. It's a genocide. And this man was too stupid, selfish and self-centered to give a fuck.
For the settlement, and we can start to put the infrastructure together around Te Nehe Nehe Nui Trust, our new tribal entity.
It's a government entity sponsored by international investors that have poisoned our kids to death and run away with all of the water, land and air rights.
And we can start the process to shut down the trust board.
By rebranding, they distance themselves from Reriahu, they distance themselves from poisoning our kids to death.
As soon as it is safe, we will all come together, we will meet with the Crown, we will conclude the settlement process, and we will look to set the new relationship between ourselves and the Crown.
On the 4th of December 2022, Jacinda Ardern and the Māori Queen came to Te Kuiri and signed away our kids' land, air and water rights for a slow-release domestic bioweapon made from graphene nanotechnology. They signed a treaty that said it's okay to poison my kids, to have surveillance on my kids, to put nanobots into my kids, to give them poisoned food, air and water. They signed away my kids' futures to have a family, so that this man could have a farm.